Hey, it's Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Welcome to Your Wellness for Life. Happy Friday. Happy Fitness Friday. We're going to have a little fitness topic today. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to my pizza this evening. Let me bring on personal trainer, lifestyle coach Evan Pohl of 4YourRx. Help us with this discussion.
What's up?
What's up? Happy Friday.
Yeah, another Friday.
So I know that you're kind of short for time, so we're going to get rolling here. 6 easy ways to strengthen your body. We actually talked about number 6 last week, so we can just have 5 others to go through. But the topic we talked about last week was how lifting weights in a study that was done, I think, at Iowa State University showed that if lifting weights, not aside from cardio, would reduce your risk for heart attack and heart disease up to like 70%. Pretty significant drop. So
yeah, I mean, just real quick caveat, when people ask me, what's the best thing to do to get my body to look the way that I want to look at it, it's going to be strength training. It's not going to be the cardio. The cardio is going to be an extra add-on to it. I always tell people I look the way that I look because I lift weights. I get stronger. There's progression to it. You want to be strong and fit and functional, not just, good at endurance type stuff. So,
yeah. And the interesting thing about lifting weights is that it lowers fat, specifically in the pericardium, and it does it much better than cardio. So pericardium, the fat around the heart, which has really been implicated in heart disease and heart attack, coronary artery disease. So lifting weights is a much better job lowering the fat content in the pericardium. All right, so let's look at 5 other ways to strengthen your body, not just your muscle, but kind of your body more in quotes and probably general health. So the first one is has to do with sleep, and especially sun exposure. And there's lots of research going on in sleep now. Normally people go through about 5 cycles a night of slow wave deep sleep and REM. Slow wave deep sleep is the cycle, the phase right before REM, with rapid eye movement, but slow wave deep sleep is where you purge beta amyloid. Beta amyloid is a protein that builds up in your cerebral spinal fluid, has been correlated with Alzheimer's disease. And so you want those nice 5 cycles of sleep, and the sweet spot is about 7 hours. If you get a whole lot more than that or a whole lot less than that, there's actually a U-shaped curve around that, the number of sleep, and your death rate actually goes up if you sleep too much or sleep too little. And the people that are overweight that have sleep apnea, obstructive sleep apnea, not central sleep apnea, but obstructive sleep apnea, which is usually seen in people that are obese, they actually stop breathing multiple times a night. And guess what? What happens when you stop breathing and your CO2 level goes up? You actually subconsciously wake. So people with obstructive sleep apnea, they'll wake something like 60, 80, 100 times a night. So you can see how that's very disruptive. It messes up with your REM and your slow wave deep sleep cycle, and that really is poor quality sleep. So make sure that you get good sleep.
When we do a lot of our fitness consults, a lot of people that we're talking to on day one that we're going to help them hit their goal, they're like, I never had sleep apnea. I never had an issue with sleeping. And now I have sleep apnea because I gained all this weight. And that just sounds horrible.
Yeah. And one area in sleep research, if you can get outside for about 15 minutes and kind of face where the sun is coming from, obviously on a nice sunny day, that would be even better. But if you could just get out and kind of face where the sun is coming up in the morning before noon for about 15 minutes, research has shown that people that do that sleep much better that following night than the people that didn't.
Yeah, you can make that part of your morning routine, just kind of getting up and the sun comes up, doing some yoga or reading in the window or whatever it might be. Getting outside and just breathing in and breathing out, doing some box breathing or something like that.
Yeah. Water. People don't drink enough water. Now that we're all wearing masks, there's a study that was done in JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association. It was a pediatric report showing that 1 in 5 kids and young adults don't drink a single drop of water all day long. And you can imagine that's much worse now that we're all wearing masks. So make sure that you drink enough. Some people say you should drink half of your weight in pounds, half of your weight in pounds and ounces every day. So, someone that weighs 180 pounds, 160 pounds, 80 to 100 ounces a day, and you have your own guideline.
Yeah, I mean, doing that and then just kind of manipulating the more exercise, fitness that you're doing. Are you outside more running? Listen to your body. You might need more. My body kind of tells me when I'm a little dehydrated, I start getting a headache. My mouth starts getting very dry, and I just make it a point to start earlier in the day to get my water in. I try to like front load it before my training session, because when you're hydrated, I get such a better workout. My body's just more in tune and hydrated and ready to rock. And I just taper it off during the day, because it's super annoying when you get up like multiple times to pee.
But you can imagine, if you're trying to lose weight or maintain weight, you want good, strong muscles, because the muscles, they burn fat much better. And you can imagine how much better muscles will work and burn fat if they're well hydrated.
Yeah, for sure. You want
them.
Yeah, functioning properly.
Yeah. So we talked about lifting weights. We talked about sun exposure and sleeping better. Talked about hydration. Planting something. Having a garden. People that have a garden seem to eat more vegetables. So there's something about smelling the dirt and weeding. You can probably identify with that.
Yeah.
You eat plenty of vegetables. And anyway, and the Okinawans have the most supercentenarians on the planet. So there's a book written, The Blue Zone Solution, by Dan Buettner, wrote a book. There's 5 areas in the world: Icaria, Greece; Sardinia, Italy; Loma Linda, California, a little island off of Costa Rica. What was the other one? And Okinawa, Japan. Okinawans, they have gardens, they weed, they bend, they stoop, and they have the most supercentenarian on the planet. Those are people that live more than 100, 110. So centenarian, older than 100, supercentenarian, older than 110. There's something like, I think, 15 or 16 supercentenarians on the planet, and the Okinawans have like 9 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I made a video about it this week. How are different ways that you can fit exercise into your daily routine, whether you're struggling to get exercise in or just being more active. And one of them is like literally having a garden. So,
yeah. Stash the cookie jar, get rid of those, instead of eating a bunch of cookies with sugar in it, maybe eat some fruit. Now, if you eat too much fruit, especially tropical fruits like mangoes and pineapple, you may be getting too much fructose. So you want to focus more on non-tropical fruits like apples and berries and things like that. But I think probably eating pineapple is going to be better for you than eating a bunch of chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell clients I don't have it in my house. So if I want it, if I get a temptation, I go get it, and then it doesn't come into my house. Because like if I'm hungry late at night, or I wake up and it's 10 o'clock at night, when I open my fridge, and I'm like, it's kind of comical. I'll open the fridge thinking that there's gonna be something in there, and then I open it up and there's nothing in there, and I'm like, thank God, because I was hungry. If there was something, if I had a packet of Oreos there, I would have eaten them. It's kind of a little demoralizing. It's kind of like a frowny face when I open up my fridge and there's nothing to eat. And it's like, do these kids really need to be eating chocolate chips and stuff like that? If you don't feed it to them in the first place, then they're not going to know about it. Like, it's cool to run into kids that have no idea what McDonald's is. Even though my favorite cheat meal is probably McDonald's at this point. If you just, like, for example, like an alternative to chips is like, I love veggie chips. Like I buy dehydrated sea salt carrots and dehydrated beets and veggie chips. You could do that instead of like giving your kid chips or whatever. If you want something crispy and salty, there's alternatives to it.
They make dehydrated beets? That sounds nasty.
They're actually really good. It's like a chip. So think about you bake a sweet potato chip. They're actually really good. I eat them on the way home from work. So I haven't checked yet to see if I have like orange teeth or purple teeth, but they're really good. I eat them.
I like beets, but I'm not sure. I like, yeah. So
try it.
I had a routine coming home from high school. I would get, how the Chips Ahoy, they come in like 2 rows. I would get about a quarter of them. It would be about 10 chips and a big glass of milk. And I would wolf that down, practice my trumpet, and then I'd eat dinner. Then I'd get a big bag of pretzels and take a liter of Coke upstairs, and I'd be studying. I'd eat that whole bag and drink the whole liter of Coke every night. And I only weighed 140 pounds.
Yeah, that's impressive. You were morbidly obese or a diabetic.
Obviously burned it off somehow.
Yeah.
I walked everywhere. You carried your books. You carried,
Right.
Yeah, I carried stuff everywhere. So the final thing is to strengthen yourself is make sure that you give yourself some me time. Got to have some me time, whatever it is. There was a study that showed that people that spend at least 15 minutes to themselves and relax are much healthier than people that don't.
Right. Yeah, take some time for yourself and de-stress, deload, and read a book. Or honestly, I just like watching a good movie. That's my me time with like a more healthier, not as healthy meal, and it makes me really happy.
Yeah. So those are the 6 ways to strengthen your body. Make sure that you get sunlight exposure in the morning. Even if the sun's not out, those rays will be coming through the clouds. You'll sleep better if you get exposed to at least 15 minutes of light in the morning before noon. So you may want to get into a little habit. Just kind of zone out in front of it. People start thinking, what the hell is wrong with that person? But anyway, tell them, I'm going to sleep better.
Yeah.
You might want to try this. I sleep great.
Right.
Get a garden going. If you don't have a garden, you may want to get one of these aeroponic planters or something, so you can do it year round. At least grow some herbs and some lettuce. Make sure that you drink enough water. Make sure that you don't eat too many cookies. Make sure that you lift enough weights, and make sure that you spend enough time on yourself, me time. Those are the six ways to strengthen your body and probably be a whole lot healthier and a whole lot healthier, happier, and probably have less depression and anxiety.
Exactly.
And if people want a more extensive discussion on depression and anxiety, they can go to
my page or Forge Your X's page or Forge Your X's YouTube channel, because you literally just recently made a video about it, and it's really good.
So we just knocked that out of the park. So
yeah.
All right. And let's see. Other ways for people to get in touch with you to do some remote kind of training.
Yeah, if you're looking for personal training in person, training people, or looking for a gym membership if you're in Winder, if you're looking for a remote program or at your house, we have that. Just shoot me an email or find me on Facebook, Evan Pohl, and just we'll grab a chat.
Yeah, you added a couple of new things to the gym recently. What were they?
We added it like right there.
Leg press or something?
Right there.
Yeah, hack squat. Right there.
Yeah, no, not that, but right there. A hack squat and a calf raise, and people are really excited about it.
Right.
Me, the most important one.
Yeah. Yeah. Your gym looks something out of Gotham City.
Yeah, it's a pretty gym.
You have Batman and Spider-Man kind of swinging from some of these mezzanines, or what do you got going on in there?
One of the members hasn't just decided to use their fitness and see if they can make it from the treadmill or the
cardio deck.
All right, so this is the core deck to the cardio deck is over here,
and someone's trying to. We need to suspend something. Maybe just kind of do a Tarzan.
Point. Maybe we'll have more mezzanines, or there'll be like a walkway across. They can just walk.
There you go.
Thingy to
and make it kind of like wooden or something, and see how fast they can get across. Make sure they sign a waiver for that, though.
Exactly. Well, they do that. So.
Yeah, but you may need a specific waiver for that.
The business waiver.
All righty. Well, thank you for your time, and happy Friday. And I'll say goodbye to my peeps. We'll see you later. All righty. Thank you for another episode of 2YourWellness4Life. I'm Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Wellness, it's a state of being. There's 9 components to it, and health or good health. Hopefully, good health is just one of those 9 components. So, happy Friday. Hope you have your pizza, whatever you like to do on Friday nights. And then we'll catch you all tomorrow. God bless. Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Bye.